Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. If most of these women are 304s, how come so many men ain't getting any? Seriously, this is kind of a follow-up to my main couch video today. Because I said, guys be like, yeah, all these women are 304s. But then in the next sentence, they like, well, 80% want only 20% of men. Look, let me explain something to y'all. And understand something before I go any further. I speak from experience, because every now and then I get some guy in the comments, and they try to say, oh, you don't know what's happening out here and shit. Motherfucker, I'm in the goddamn streets. I know what's up. Even regardless of age, too. First of all, I got my oldest son is 20, my other one is 18. So I got to keep up with the young people doing. I got a whole crew across the country. Young men in their 20s. They hit me up with shit. I know scores of young ladies in their 20s. Like, I can talk to them face to face. Always did, young people. Just from the jobs I worked on, where I go, where I hang out at. I know from experience. Let's just be real. It's one thing to like read about like anything, but I know from experience, just in general. And that shit didn't stop just because I got older. Shit. Rom still dates, so what the fuck? So, look. Here's the thing, though. If all these women are 304s, right? Like, you do have some 304s, but let me explain. Let me explain for dudes who don't really understand, because you get some guys, they call any woman a 304. A hoe, and one who, unless she's a professional hoe, the one thing about them, a true hoe, her select category isn't 80-20. Her select category is like more like 30-70. They're going to be loose. In the Baltimore area, they call them dummies. Some dudes will just call them easy. Shit, I remember I had a young lady, a friend of mine. And, she was a friend of mine. I haven't talked to her in a while, but she was getting with this guy. And I said, how'd you get him? I just asked her straight up, because she didn't look like the type who could get that type of guy. She said she's easy and she brings beer. I mean, look, an easy woman gets with whoever. And shoot, that particular young lady, she's cool, but some of the guys she would get with. See, understand something with a hoe. Understand something with a freak. They ain't that picky. Yeah, let me say that again. Just by their very nature, they ain't that picky. They'll get with whoever. They'll get with whoever. Shit, you gotta work hard for them not to get with you. Let's use some common sense. If all these women out here were 304s, you wouldn't have an incel community. You wouldn't have a black pill community. You wouldn't have so many men online talking about, you wouldn't have so many men online talking about the women like they do. You wouldn't have so many men talking about they single. Use some common sense with it. Complaining. In fact, somebody on that couch video actually said that, hey, men ain't complaining about ran through women. I let two of my supporters check his ass. Shit. Might be more by the time this comes out. Might be more. Look, understand one thing. I want y'all to think for a second. If most of these women were truly like on some easy shit, some freak shit, if they were, then a freak by nature, she got a range of men she'll deal with. That's why you get some of these guys out here who can get a woman, and she might be above average in attractiveness. A rare one might just be very attractive, a rare one, but still some busted dude can still get with them. In other words, the thing is, most men, use some common sense, the overwhelming majority of men, they at the very minimum, they get regular sex. Now, they probably got to share that woman, but they still get regular sex. In fact, you got some guys who are normally non-select. Shoot, they know how to hone in on those easy girls. And they'll tell you, nah, all of them ain't like that, man. Now, let me be clear, because I know somebody say, well, Rom, don't you always say these women want to have sex? Yeah, they do, but that don't necessarily mean they're going to actually have sex. Because for the most part, they just want an attractive man, for the most part. Now, the 304s, a true 304, hey, as long as you cool, shit, they'll get with you. They shoot. And honestly, there's a lot of guys who really, that's all they're getting with. Especially, like I said, if you got some guys normally non-select, but they know how to spot that, they know how to spot a freak or something. And that's one thing. And I know that from the streets. You know, you get some, like, some of these street cats out here. These dudes, like, and you be like, how they getting some? They just know how to spot them. They could be some bummy dude. They know how to spot the easy ones. And if you had a majority of women who had that mindset, that mentality, guys wouldn't be complaining. I want y'all to think about it. Just sit back and think. Because one of the things I see, you get some guys who will try to go against what I'm saying, but they don't make sense. And then whenever I actually challenge them, they really can't say much. Or they don't answer. Or they'll throw out some stuff. And they don't answer. Because I'm going to tell you what, let me get into a bigger thing. A lot of men out here really just don't have experience with women. I was actually going to talk about that. Seriously, very little experience. Because if they had experience, they'll realize a lot of shit that's talked about, or a lot of stuff that they think ain't really reality. Because a lot of times they going off of somebody else who got incorrect information. Because if you notice, a lot of guys who will throw out some stuff, they'll say stuff like, I think, or I saw this study, or something like this. But they ain't speaking from their personal experience. How many women have they actually dealt with? How well can they read women? Like, a lot of guys can't really read women anyway. If you could, you'd be like, hey, wait a minute. Hold up. They would know how they got down. You know? In fact, shout out Pimp God. I'm going to share something he said about reading a woman. There's a pimp now. He'll let you know about reading a woman. And that's a very important thing. That is a very important thing. And if you deal with enough of them, then you see some other stuff, but then you see both sides of it. Like, let's get back to that 304 thing. If these women were like that, these guys complaining, like, oh, these women 304s, oh, they got large body counts. But you ain't part of their count, are you? How many dudes, seriously, you get too many dudes not a part of that count. Anytime you get some study that's saying, hey, you know, you got all these men out here, lonely single men. Dude, that's one thing. That's one thing about a hoe. That's one thing about a freak. Even if it is indeed a lot of them, they'll get with, shoot, sometimes they'll look for that guy who's non-select. Because they got a wide range. They freaks. They can just fuck. Hell, some of them could go pro. They can have sex with multiple men. And the men don't have to be all there. Because see, the thing is, when you get women like that, they just got a high sex drive. As long as your ass halfway decent, a true freak, a true 304, shoot. Lord, don't let them be a nympho. Shoot, all you have to be is halfway decent. Most guys can make it. Most guys can make it, because I've known, once again, personal experience, I've known some straight up 304, some straight up freaks. Hell, I remember one, and we still follow, we still Facebook friends. She might see this, I don't give a fuck, because I've told her to her face about herself. But I remember she had sex with 3 different men, 3 different times in the same alley. One got her pregnant. She actually hit me up. She said, will you marry me? I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, because, you know, I have a son. I don't want him to be a fag. That's what she said. I don't want him to be a fag. He needs a good father. So I sat her down. She took me to lunch. So we sit down at lunch. And I said to her, hon, see, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. All right. I would leave the house at 9 o'clock. Some other dude would be coming through the back door at 9:15. You's a hoe. I said, oh, Rob. No, you's a hoe. I love you, though. No, I did. She was cool. She was actually cool. I love you. And then just for some of y'all motherfuckers who don't know nuances, she was cool. Nah, she actually was cool. She actually was cool. Good at some things, too. But she was a hoe. I told her that. I was like, no. But, you know, that's just what. I've known a few. I've known a few. Oh, incidentally about them, they typically don't look like IG models. They look more like, they actually, like some of the more whorish women, they wouldn't make any money. They wouldn't get a lot of likes if they shared their Facebook or IG pics. Oh, man. But that's just the nature. I just know it. Now, if you had like a whole mass of women like that, oh, it'd be different. Now, I know some dudes say, well, social media, people in their inbox and shit. A lot of women just like attention. Come on, y'all. Shoot, attention can get a woman off. Just attention. That's a deeper level of it. A lot of women just do stuff like the term we used back in the day was vamping. Like, you get some women dressed real attractive and stuff and, you know, just want some attention. Because even in my book, Nice Guys and Players, I talked about that incident I'll never forget. I've talked about it here several times. On this was when I was still living and working in D.C. for the government. I'm at Farragut. Was it Farragut North or West? I ain't been there in so long, but it was a park there, right? It was a park there, and that's when it would, like, at the end of the day, they have a bunch of bike messengers there, just, you know, chilling and everything. And this fine-ass woman, thick body, big breasts, big old round butt head, walking through there with a short yellow dress on. She walking through the crowd, and they saying all sorts of stuff. And I'm feeling bad about her. I'm feeling bad. Seriously. I'm feeling bad for her until I saw where her car was. I said, she just wanted that attention. See, don't mistake a woman wanting attention for what they actually going to do in the bedroom. Because believe it or not, a lot of the legitimate 304s, they actually don't stand out. But see, that's part of their game, too. They'll be real friendly. A guy said, well, nah, she more plain Jane. She ain't dressing like they think a 304 is. And then, you know, hook up with her, might be get in a relationship. But then they might go someplace and they might start wondering, why is she looking at all these guys? Well, all these guys looking at her. You know? They might even marry her or something, go back to a high school reunion and all the guys know her. Now, that's a 304. If modern women overall were like that, guys wouldn't be complaining, though. Seriously, they at least get sex. At a minimum. At a minimum. At a minimum. But let's be real about something, too. A lot of guys are projecting shit onto very attractive women and making assumptions and shit. Because one, and I'm gonna say assumptions, because if all I have to do is ask a simple question: how many you know personally? Like, and then, you know what? Let me move on to that. Let me really move on to it. A major issue out here, a major issue, is a lot of guys really don't know enough women to say what's up. See, I don't base my shit on some book I read or something. I'm called the field master for a reason, man. I base it on what I've actually experienced. Because, look, let me use a great example. You could read, if you could be a virgin and read 100 books about sex. You can read all that stuff. Which one is going to know about sex? No, not read, not get information. Which one's going to know about sex? That guy who's read a bunch of books but is a virgin, or that guy who's had sex with at least 20 women? Who's going to know more? Know more. Who's going to know some nuances more about sex? You're talking 20 different women, 20 different vaginas, 20 different reactions, everything from a woman who might just lay there to a woman whose eyes in the back of her head. You know, levitating. Got her like ankles up by her head and shit. Who had an orgasm right there. Who's going to know more? Know more. You had different experiences. Because anybody's had enough women, they're going to know. They ain't make them all holler. Because 50% of a woman's enjoying herself in bed is partly on her too. It's partly on her. It ain't 100% on the man. But a man would have to have sex to understand that. So when I speak of a lot of guys speaking, they speculate. They speculate. And then they'll try. You know what's funny? Some guys will try to say, well, I'm this age or I'm this. What the fuck that mean, motherfucker? Shit. What the fuck that mean? Are you saying this from actual experience? Because I can read it. I can tell somebody. I can read the comment, how they write it, how they word it, how much actual experience they had. Shoot, shout out Mr. Lucario on here, on his live shows. They be busting out him, Steve the Dean, Miles Cunningham, shoot, Kay Zaggin. They be busting out people. Mr. 1950, they be straight busting out people. They be busting out people trying to cap. Because you can tell from experience. In fact, when I was coming up, right? When I was coming up, you couldn't lie and say you got pussy. Because then the old heads will start asking you some questions. They would start asking you some questions. You'd be like, yeah, I'm getting this woman. They'll be all calm. They'll start asking some questions. And then when you got to admit to them you hadn't done anything, then they'll be cool and say, hold up, young blood, this is what you need to be doing. Or this is what's going to happen. Shit. Get some of those, like, old street cats who'll tell you some stuff. Shit. Hit you with some shit like, yeah, yo, youngin', this is how you make a pussy go, la, 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 la. Oh, man. So you got to make it sing. And if I got to tell you how, you don't have the experience. Oh, Lord have mercy. But seriously, though, guys got to think. See, one of the problems, man, a lot of guys got to get off that all these women are bad. Yes, there's some bad ones. There's plenty of bad ones. And I've always said that. But like I said yesterday, and how I'm going to maintain, there are tons of good ones. And attractiveness. Shoot, I got a young buddy, man. She a freshman at a local school, man. And I'll be like, how them guys treating you? She say, well, and I'm like, how? How these guys ain't running you down? Shoot. And let me explain something. Now, I know some dudes will come back from down and go, hey, how you know they ain't lying? Hey, dude, let me explain something, man. And I've told people where I've lived. I told people where I live. In fact, when I said, starting off in Southeast D.C., somebody actually had a comment saying, yeah, I knew some guys from while in the penitentiary from Southeast. It's rough. But I know what I know just from experience, from dealing with it. You know? And one of the things in it, I know how to read women very well. Like I said, check out that, I'm going to have a link to Pimp Guys. Can you read one? A lot of guys really can't read a woman. Like Pimp God was breaking down some stuff, but see, I know where he from. I know where he lived in D.C. when he was here. And you just break down some stuff. In fact, pimps, anybody on that level, a pimp, a true Mac or something, just by their Mac or a true player, just by their very nature, a big part of it is reading the women. You know, shout out Cousin T-Tall too. I mean, this dude teaches men how to seduce. He was a male exotic dancer. He trains male exotic dancers. They know which women to go for. They know which women got the piggy, which means their money. And they reading them. They reading them. That's how they making the money. You know? So when you got a bunch of guys, that's a big thing. So, you know, coming up, you learn how to read a woman. You learn how to read a woman. That's why I've never really been played, man. Like I said, it's some minor shit. But never played for money. Never had the same problems because, shoot, all I had to do is interact with her a little. Sometimes I can read them from the jump. Sometimes I might interact with them just enough, talk with them, see the first things out of their mouth and say, oh, okay, this is how she see me. This is how she see me. All right. Let me go forward. Okay. Well, we might have to work a little bit on this one. This is how she said hi back. Okay. You know. And then work it from there. Work it from there. But the only way to get that is, see, some dudes be wanting some book or something. A book ain't going to tell you. You got to experience. It's just like sex. You can read 100 books on sex. You can read. In fact, I've encountered some guys. They read all these books on sex, but if you ask them, they count 2. Yeah, because that shit don't tell you a lot. Because I'm going to be real. A lot of books ain't out there that's going to tell you how to really seduce. Even Art of Seduction. They don't really tell you. They describe some shit, but they don't really tell you. And the only way you can figure that out ultimately, first of all, you got to know yourself. And then who's going to respond to you and how they going to respond to you. And why they responding to you. You can't read that in a book. You got to look in the mirror to figure that out. Like, even, and I've said before, even everything I talk about, I said you got to go out there. Every man got to go out there and figure out what works for him. Because everybody got to do something different. A dude who, a man who's 6'3" and muscular, he's going to have a different game than someone who's 5'7" and slim. They gotta do something different. But the only way you're going to do that is through experience. And, you know, always bring that back, and it always come back to, you got to get out there. And, you know, but for what I'm saying about, you know, a lot of women, is only if women were 304s, if they were freaks, a lot of men wouldn't be complaining. At a minimum, guys be getting sex on the regular without having to pay for it. Because, see, that's the one thing about easy girls. Sometimes, man, sometimes get them some Sunny Delight or some shit, you know? Some Sunny Delight or some chips. Yeah. And some of them, you might have to just be, I don't know, it could be whatever. Hell. And indeed, shit. And yeah, they ain't picky. They ain't picky. You gotta work hard to be picky with them. You gotta be totally fucked up where they don't want to mess with you. A true hoe. A true hoe, a true freak, a true easy girl, a true dummy. In fact, in some areas, man, that's all the guys get with them. In fact, that's a prominent thing. You get some situations, some social circles, it'd be a whole bunch of guys getting with the same woman. You know? Because otherwise, women going to be picky. Otherwise, they want sex, but they only going to want it from certain men. And even some, you know, sometimes they'll give a man a chance. I got a video coming up next week talking about that. Sometimes they will give a man a chance, but for the most part, they still picky. Even when I talked yesterday about, you know, women's selection criteria expanding as she get older. It don't expand that much. But that's just the regular women out here. That's just regular women. We're talking 304s. This shit's already expanded. Like I said, all you have to do with them is just be decent. Halfway decent. Some of them not even that. How you think some of these bum dudes out here, or these dudes who don't look like, who don't, you know, look like a fashion model, some of these dudes be getting this. And that's only some. Who's smart, got some game. Because a big part of the game is reading a woman, see who's going to be receptive to what you're spitting. Or for people who don't understand slang, to what you're saying, who going to be receptive to your game. Shit, if they were 304s, all of them were 304s or some shit, or overwhelming majority. Like I said, dudes wouldn't be complaining. Shit. Dudes wouldn't be complaining at all. And I'm going to tell you what, I've said before too, these women out here thirsty. So if they were 304s like that, they be getting dick on a regular. Whole lot of them ain't. Some are, a whole lot of them ain't. Now, let me be clear, because I know somebody say, well, Ron, you said they want sex. Yeah, they want sex from certain men. And yes, they are thirsty. So, wait a minute. They are thirsty out here. Yeah, some are settled, but then you get a whole lot. They like, nah, I don't want it. Seriously. Most of them, and really most women just want a dude. A dude. But they ain't gonna just take anybody. It's just that simple. You wouldn't have the same complaints. It's just that simple. It's just that fucking simple. Dudes making this shit too complicated or something. And dudes speculating. Like I said, I can always tell. Dudes speculating. Because they're talking general terms, but they can't. If you say, okay, well, okay, you got with all these women, give me 10 stories of you with women. 10 specific stories. They ain't gonna make it. And that comes back to that whole thing. Shoot, I've never seen, I mean, for all the stuff, it's ironic to me because the women are thirsty, but so many guys are having trouble. And that goes in age range. Sex don't stop for a guy once he reaches a certain age. You got guys from teenagers to like in their 60s and 70s complaining. If these women were like that, you be at the, like I said, at the minimum, you be fucking. But I'll be out and about. I be seeing too much. You know? I be seeing too much. And then people hit me up privately. People don't realize how often people hit me up privately. And I can tell by the questions they ask and what they really do. People got to remember that. So I'm getting feedback from across the planet, really. I'm getting feedback. And all it is like when I'm sharing stuff, it ain't just off the top of my head. Don't project your like limited existence to mine. Yeah, I said it like that. Don't project your shit. Cause that's amazing. That's halfway another video. Just cause you get too many guys just cause they ain't experienced something. They think everybody else hasn't. I told that story about this dude was with a group of guys and they were just talking. The dude was talking about a threesome and stuff, and guys didn't think he engaged in a threesome. No, they hadn't engaged in a threesome. But you'd be surprised. Women will, like, if they around a guy who's select, depending on the situation, shit, they'll get down with him like that. But that's certain guys. Most guys ain't even living like that. Seriously. And I got, like I said, this ain't even just from what I've seen, man. I got a whole crew across the goddamn the planet, really, letting me know and stuff. And after I talk with them, see, here's something too. I can tell if a dude's selecting that. And I don't have to, all I have to do is I don't have to see him, I don't have to look at him or anything. All I have to do is listen to what he say. There's some tricks I can tell. There's certain things and certain behaviors. Like I said, I can tell just from having a conversation. Then if I'm actually in their presence, I can be like, oh, okay. I can see what's up. And I know this from experience because I know which guys were fucking. Sometimes it be the women. And I know how they getting down. So it's like, come on, I've been in too many areas, too many places. Those 1,000 jobs had people on them. So, but anyway, I'm about to get off here. But remember that, and I want y'all to seriously think about it. If all these women are 304s, and I know I'm going to get some people say they are. Okay, but are you getting some? Apparently, they 304s for everybody but you. But then if you got whole channels talking about it, you got whole pages, whole complaints, you got whole communities, man. To the point they talking about this shit on places like CNN. They talking about it on CNN. This shit's getting major. It wouldn't be major if the women were fucking like that, because everybody they'd be too busy fucking. They'd be too busy fucking to have time for it. Shit. They'll be getting some. Think about it, alright? So anyway, That's all I got for now, y'all. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.